Yo, what's up? What's good? Welcome back to the Legacy Lounge. You know, on some legacy stuff, man. We got a legend in the building today. My man L-Heckto H-Donutz, Kapspill legend, Raw-N-Tellect.
What's up? What's up?
Appreciate your patience, first of all, bro. You know, we rapped, I think, back at in August, back at the festival. We exchanged information and everything, and I appreciate you know what I mean, sticking it out with us until we can get you on.
Yeah. I've been watching, though. I've been watching, so, you know, I knew y'all been busy, you know what I'm saying? I knew y'all was, you got to edit, you know what I'm saying? You doing the other shows. So I've been watching, though.
We've been away for a while, man, you know, trying to just do everything and change the world all at once.
Yeah.
So it feels good to be back, you know, in the essence, so to speak, in the element.
Right. This right here is like dope too, man. Like I definitely like give y'all props and shout out for this.
Appreciate
man, it. You know, when you see somebody put their mind to something and make it, and this is it's like classy. You know what I mean? I like that. Like I like the setup is dope. It's dope, so I'll commend y'all on that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So what I like about this is being the host, I get to be a fan and talk to people that, you know what I mean, I admire from afar or grew up admiring, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I'm going to start Raw-N-Tellect, and I want to start off by giving you your flowers. I didn't know I could rap, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We would just play around. Everybody wanted to rap a little bit. But, you know, we seen you and the guys. Y'all had the MPV.
Yeah.
Y'all, man, y'all had the swag. Y'all was different. Like, y'all the first. Like, for me, rappers from Steubenville, it started with Raw-N-Tellect for me.
Dope that you say that, man, because I never knew that. So I mean, I definitely appreciate that. It's humbling, you know what I'm saying? I was inspired by RZA and them.
Okay.
Because we ran with them, you know what I'm saying? Like before I ever even decided that I wanted to rap, you know what I'm saying? I used to be running around with Ghost, you know what I'm saying? We hustling, you know what I'm saying? And he rhyming, like, and he was so dope to me. It was like, so I was like, what the fuck? And he telling me like, yo, we're gonna be better than Buckshot Shorty and them. We're gonna be better than Brand Nubians, because that's when they had just came out. We got Who Got the Props and Punks Jump Up to Get Beat Down. Like that was out. And they was like, yo, we're gonna be better than them. And I was like, man, just give me my work. Like I hear you dope. But, you know, at the time like that, you know, I believe you never seen nobody do what they said they was gonna do and become so big, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that inspired me. Like, I was like, oh, like, I got a story to tell myself, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was, like, that's what really, like, jumped me off. Like, I wanna tell my own story, you know what I'm saying? And then I always loved music. My dad told me that when I was 2 years old, I knew the whole Earth, Wind & Fire album. Like, and he said he was charging his homeboys for me to sing the album. Like, he I heard LaVille could sing that. He was like, pay me. You know, my dad, pay me. I haven't seen the whole album for you. And I used to do that. You know what I'm saying? So they was just already born in me, like the music thing. It's just like, just vibes, you know? That's where it started for me, like the hunger of it. Just from there, honed my skills, you know, sat in the crib. You know, I used to say I used to be by myself a lot. I still by myself a lot. I'm a loner. Always been a loner. Even when I had my crew.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would come out and run with the crew. I wouldn't be out all the time. I'm in the crib. I'm getting my skill together. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in the streets. I don't need to be in the streets. You know, I try to stay out the streets as much as I can, but you know, it'll get the best of you. You know what I'm saying? It'll get the best of you. You be out in the streets. I mean, nothing good's come from it. I tell you that much.
It's temporary pleasure.
It's temporary
that's
pleasure
what it
for
is.
sure,
yeah.
man. The fastest you get it, the fastest it go. You know, so when you got to work for something, it's a different type of appreciation that you got. You know what I mean? So how the group started, right? So the group was originally me, Verb, my dude. His name was Rich Nice, and then my dude Juve and Prime, which is Steve Terry. Rest in peace, my homie, man. I love you, bro. Like, so we was all the original group. We was all the original crew, like the Raw-N-Tellect. So we did the tape. Remember the tape? With no anesthesia on there?
Oh, for sure. We're about to get into no anesthesia.
Yeah.
How you meet these guys?
They from Canton.
Okay.
They from Canton. So I met them in Canton. Boom. How I get to Canton is crazy. Crazy story, man. So I get to Canton. It was in 90. I moved up there in like 94. 94, 95, about to be 95. So it was crazy. It was crazy. Me and one of my brothers, we on a run. We doing a trip. We get nabbed. in Philly, right? Boom. My bro Ken, we get caught up in Philly. You know what I'm saying? And I come back and I'm like, yo, I gotta leave. You know what I'm saying? I just packed up and my baby mom is crazy. We didn't even have kids yet. You know what I'm saying? But so she like, yo, I live up here in Canton, and I just moved up to Canton. So when I was up there and I was in the project, I was in the Highland Park. It's a park called HP. That's how I met Verb. I met Verb at HP. You know what I'm saying? He lived like right across the street from me. There was this one cat I used to fuck with too. It was, I forget his name. It's a Jamaican dude. He lived in the same court as me. So, and I used to go over there. He had a little mixer where he got a mic. So that's how it kept me like going. You know what I'm saying? I still was attached to music. Then when I met him, then I met Verb. Then we had this dude named Too Fat. He had a whole studio. So now I'm right back in my element. Like, yeah, I can go back to the studio because I didn't know what I was gonna do because I was lightweight running on the run, but you know what I'm saying? I didn't have no charges or nothing, but it was hot. You know what I'm saying? So I had to leave. Met the dude Rich Nice. He do beats. He nasty. He nasty, yo. He can rhyme like so. And Verb is like he's my favorite. Like that's my favorite. Like that's my bro. But he's dope. He's so dope to me. But he think the same about me, and I'd be like, nah. That's just the humbleness in me. Like this to being real. I know I'm dope, but like I'm like, nah. I want what you got. Like you know what I'm saying. He inspired me. You know what I'm saying. Vice versa, and that's what you're supposed to do. You know when you with your crew. But anyway, like I said, we put that crew together. We put the crew together. We started around. Boom. We did a little EP with No Anesthesia. It was in '95 we did this.
There was a B-side. There was something else on the other side of No Anesthesia. What was it?
Beef Up Security. That was what Lil Man, the bum on there. That was my man. Shout out to Lil Man. Yo, welcome home too, man. He did a long stretch. But yo, yeah, man, he was on that. It's that raw. Lock up your door. That beefs up. Yeah, that was
Beef
hard.
Up Security. Yeah,
that Beef Up Security. So it was that. I think it was like 4 tracks on there. Telepathy, No Anesthesia, Beef Up Security, and I can't even remember the other track. But yeah, that was the first one. That was in '95.
Where is No Anesthesia at?
Man, I got the tape. I got one tape.
Bro, how long I've been asking you for the tape?
You and guess who had it for me? Ken. He sent it to me. He had it.
So if he had it the whole time, I could have been grabbing it.
He had it, bro. He had the tape and he sent it. He sent it to me like for real, like sent it to me like in the mail, like here, bro. Cause I was on him about it. But I got that tape, yo. I'm gonna let you copy the tape, yo. I got it. It's sitting right in my drawer too. But yeah, that we did that, man, and that was the beginning. So that whole movement right there, that was in '95.
I want to tell you what No Anesthesia meant to me and my guys. And I was just shocked. We had DC and Ray Loke here, and we was talking about Verb.
Yeah.
And we was talking about No Anesthesia. I ain't never talked to Speed about No Anesthesia.
Yeah.
And he knew word for word.
Oh, word?
Word for word, bro.
Yeah.
When Verb come on with the Into the Room of Doom, toxic fumes, open the wounds. Bro, when I tell you...
Into the Room of Doom, toxic fumes, open your wounds. Yeah, man.
I flip scripts to read the tunes, the clone, the silver spoon. I could go word for word.
I know.
And that was '95, bro. I was 12 years old, but that changed everything for us.
Yeah.
Like y'all flooded the streets with the tape.
Yeah, we did, man.
We played the tape and we went nuts.
Damn,
like
that's dope.
You know, we was Nas fans, Jay-Z fans, all of that, but that y'all was all of that to us.
Well, when you can hear it coming from somebody that's like right there.
And you know him?
Yeah, and you know him. Yeah, so it feel different. That's how I felt like even like with Ghost and them.
Right.
Like I knew them before any ever Wu-Tang, before any video, before anybody who knew who they were. You know what I'm saying? So it's different, and it ain't like I'm some fan or something. Like, nah, we was like together. We was in the streets together, and it was the inspiration is like damn, like yo, this, and he did it, and they did it. So it's making you like, yo, I can do it. Why can't I do it?
It's inspiring.
It's inspiring
because you know your pops and my pops was real good friends.
Yeah.
And rest in peace to your pops.
2 years. 23rd would be my dad's. You know what I'm saying? He was the day he died on the 23rd.
Your dad and my dad was real good friends. So, and then you and Ken was tight.
Yep.
So
still,
right. So brother. You know, it was like family.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing this. It's somebody I know. Like you said, it hit different.
Yeah.
Like,
it does.
And bro, that joint was so crazy, man.
Yeah, man, that joint was dope, man. That was dope, man. I mean, So it's crazy. So that whole movement, right? Like I'm in the streets, I'm hustling. You know, I'm still like not really getting on. I'm getting a little bit of money, but I ain't really.
How old is you?
I was 20. I was 20. I was just 30 years ago.
It's crazy.
I was 20 years old, bro. 95. I was born in 75. I was 20 years old, bro, when I came out. Like, and that's crazy. And I did that on my own. Like I did that with my money, my drug money. You know what I'm saying? Like I took my own money. Like I believed in myself. So that's what I'm talking about. That you gotta be able to put your I'm betting on me. You gotta be able to bet on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I believe in myself this much that I'm putting my money behind me. Like all somebody need to do is hear me and see me. And I'm paying attention to how people doing it. So I just copied the blueprint. I copied the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? I'm a learner of all people. I ain't never afraid to say, yo, I learned that from them. Now, I'm gonna give you your props. Like I learned that, and then I put it and did it my way. That's what life is all about. Nothing is new under the sun, man. Everybody act like you the originator. No, you're not. Everything was recreated, man. Like you ain't the first person that said that. You ain't the first person that done that. You ain't the first person that thought about that. I mean, sometimes you can be. You'll be very, very unique. I mean, but you know, God gives that to certain people. You know what I'm saying? Where you just be a genius. You just come up with. You know,
there's a couple things you said I want to go back to jewels. I don't want to miss. I don't want to gloss over them.
Okay.
First thing you said is betting on yourself.
Yeah.
So you know I like to gamble. I know you like to gamble too.
Man, this is...
but the best bet you can ever make is on yourself.
Man, I'm trying to
That's
tell you,
the best
man.
bet you can make.
That's the best bet you could ever make, bro. Like seriously, man. Like if you don't believe in yourself, you don't stand a chance in anything that you call yourself deciding to do.
So another memory of mine, and this is one of the craziest memories. We at the it's now called the African American Heritage Festival.
Right.
It was the Million Man March back then.
Yeah, it was.
And I mean that was lit. You know, it was crazy.
It was lit out there.
So they had the stage. This is what I remember. They had the stage. This is crazy. It made me smile. They had the stage. It's everybody out there.
Yeah.
I'm youngins. I'm like 13, 14.
Yeah.
I'm with my guys. So BY, rest in peace.
Yeah.
BY got on.
Peace, BY, man.
BY got on the red Dickies.
Okay.
He got on the red Dickies.
Yeah.
He got on all red.
Yeah.
He got on all red. Now at the time, the majority of people who was repping colors in the city was wearing blue.
Yep,
Like,
I know.
So if you was red, you went against. No, I don't want to say went against the grain, but
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's
you was a minority. Yeah,
that's what it was, and we chose to be the minority
for sure. Yeah, everybody went left. Everybody went right. You went left.
We went the other way.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then it's you got to be brave to do that. You know what I'm saying?
It takes courage.
It takes courage to do that. Like, and it's like everybody, the majority of the movement was blue, and all of them must got my guys now, you know what I'm saying? It's much love to all my guys, But when you're young, these are the things that you do.
And it's a fact. It's a part of the story.
It's a part of the story.
It's a huge part of the story.
But yeah, so that time we was on the stage or whatever, and they was heckling us.
So y'all make a late. Y'all come in late.
Late, high, jump.
Y'all come in late.
Yeah.
The party already jumping. The festival jumping. Y'all come through like by the basketball. Y'all, yeah.
Do the back, yeah.
Y'all deep.
I know.
Spank, Buck, they throwing the bees up.
Yeah.
So me and my guys, we wearing red. So we like, on top of the music, bro. On top of the music, y'all big bros to us.
Yeah, that's dope.
I don't know if you knew, Spank knew, but
yeah.
So we going crazy.
Because he was the one promoting it, though. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
We run over there with y'all.
Yeah, so it's crazy, man. So yeah, we do get on stage and we came out hyped. You saw how we came out. We was hyped up. And it's crazy because Spank had a cast on because he had just got shot in his arm behind Washington Bar. He had a cast on. I was at that time, I was bugged out. I was at that time. That's when I was like, I was bugged out. I was a mess. So I'm so fried, like, bro. I got on a bulletproof vest, I think, under my jersey. I got a half a stick of dynamite in my backpack. I got a gun in my backpack. Yo, just like a walking recipe for disaster. Like, that's what we were. Like, we was just like
a ticking time bomb, literally.
Ticking time bomb, literally, like ticking time bomb. Like, was ready to explode at any moment. Or headed to destruction we didn't even know. The Hilltop blew, you know what I'm saying? I think they was like, either they started throwing rocks or something. And then that's when we started throwing the tapes. Remember we started, it wasn't friendly throws. Those who was firing.
No, it was aggressive.
It was aggressive. It was firing the tapes, was throwing the tapes into the crowd. Horace, he ran the show at that time. He's like, man, they don't want y'all to continue. I'm like, why? He like, it's just a little bit too aggressive. It's like the energy is like, nah, y'all cussing and stuff, and like, I'm like, come on, man. He like, man, they don't want you to do it. So they stopped us. That's why.
Who was that?
Notice,
Who was
I
that?
guess I don't know. It probably was him and his the people that he was running.
The committee or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
like, man, you got to get them off of there because they crazy. They wilding out.
It was volatile.
It was volatile. It was
Yeah.
very volatile. Like
Very.
they wilding out. Get them off the stage. And that's why we only got to do one. We only got to do like a half of a song for real. Like, and so that's how they stopped the show that time. My mom was there and Spank's dad was there, Mr. Alf. Went crazy on us afterwards. Like, yo, motherfucker. Like, yo, up there embarrassing me. And this. I'm like, yeah. Like, we was wild, man. It was like,
Was y'all returning the energy, or was y'all
We
like
was
the
returning
aggressive?
the energy.
Okay.
I feel like we was returning the energy.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we were. I feel like we was returning the energy. I did. I don't think we came like. I mean, we are aggressive. We was aggressive anyway. But so maybe that, it could have sparked it either way.
The way y'all came in was aggressive.
I mean, it was very aggressive. I can say that. It was very aggressive. So, that energy might have sparked that energy. It just, and yeah, if I look at it, it could have been either way. I mean, it was just a volatile situation.
That's one of them you had to be there moments. Like, I'm talking from I'm 7th, 8th grade. I'm talking from a teenage perspective. City was litty. Like, that was... I'm naive to how volatile was.
Yeah.
Like, who remember that Million Man March? R.I.P. Buck, R.I.P. Spank. Raw-N-Tellect came in there, man. They was throwing up the B's. The guys in blue was in there. They was throwing up the C's, man.
Yeah.
If y'all remember that, man, let us know, man. That was a litty time. That was definitely a litty time in the city.
Yeah, that was wild right there, man.
This is another hip hop moment for me. I don't know if you remember.
Okay.
VFW in Weirton.
Oh, you remember that? Me, Hoff, and them was over there?
This was 96.
I was 96, so it was all around that same time.
I'm 13.
Damn.
I don't got no business in there.
Wow, you was in there.
I was in there, and it was like
dope.
all the local rap acts. Yeah,
that's dope. Yeah. I remember that, man. I remember that. Me, Hoff. Yeah, Hoff was in there. Me, who was Lil Man in there too?
Lil Man was in there.
Yeah.
One Man, that's your uncle?
Yeah, that's my uncle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to my uncle, man. Free my uncle, One Man, man. He been locked up for 26 years now, man. I'm fighting for you, Unc, man. Fighting for you, man. You gotta fight, cool. Keep fighting, man. Get you out of there, man. Yeah, man. He been locked up for that long, man. But yeah, him, we was all there, and yeah, that was a good time. That was dope. I remember that too.
So when you ask older people in the city, like lyricists, like who the nicest, if you ask people a little bit older than me, you get a lot of One Man. You get a lot of Hicko, man. A lot of Hicko.
You do, and I mean like. And that's not even being biased. That's my uncle, but he's so dope, yo. Like, and I remember that I didn't think he was better than me. You know what I'm saying? But that's what he used to say. We keep doing that. Yeah, that's what I want you to do. Come for me, and I would. Like, I'm like, you're not better than me, man. Like, cause everybody was like, he was so dope, but he really was. You know what I'm saying? But I was aspiring to be dope as him. You know what I'm saying? But man, he's so dope, man. He got this one verse, man. Like, it's so, he say, as I continue my journey on the quest for elevation, every year seems to bring trial and tribulation. How can I break free from this devilish state? So I go destroy and only build when I create. Then the answer came, said I'm the ever-living flame, and when this light expire, your world will be set afire. But if I choose the wrong roads at the cross, my very soul will be lost. For living wicked, there's a cost. But I know the flesh is weak because it was written. Your mind must be refined to spread truth amongst the bind, so you can see if they chose and stand against if they oppose. Life is a test. You pass or either fail. You will believe in me or feel the vibes of hell. I will free my chosen people from the cell called America in the north. Disciples on dissensions to the fourth dimension and the evolution from man to God. Yo, I know that whole verse. That verse is 30 years old, bro.
Jules. If y'all don't know, if y'all watch this and don't know One Man,
30 years old, bro.
It's on YouTube.
Oh yeah. All his joints.
Well, he
on
was with
YouTube.
Fourth. Fourth was
yeah. One man, Fourth Disciple. You can go on YouTube and get his joints, Joe.
It's a lot of them too.
He's dope, man. He's definitely the dopest. He's the dopest. Like far as like lyrically around, yeah. I mean, just his presence is. When he was, at that time, like he was just so dope. He big and he just commanded the stage, and his voice went right along with, and then he was so unique, far as his flow go, his story that he had to tell was just so unique. He didn't use nobody else's shit. He didn't use nobody else's. He had his own talk, his own lane. You know what I'm saying? Have you heard the track with him and Priest on there? Game 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
At Game 7, crazy, man. That's crazy.
I went through the rabbit hole. I'm a historian, so I went through the rabbit hole of just listening to his old stuff.
Yeah,
just going on the YouTube and listening. Like once you start, it's hard to stop.
It is, man.
But yeah, man, he was nice, man. But so many people from the city, bro. That's nice.
That's dope, man.
That people don't get to hear or people don't really know.
I know. Like I've heard you before. I'm like, yo, man, he nice.
I appreciate it.
Like nice, like for real. Like when y'all had your little crew together, like you and Slim and what's the name of them? BJ. Yeah, man. Man, that shit was nice, bro. Like for real. That was nice, man. Like so after the 95 joint, right? So boom, like I said. I got the posters and shit set up. I got those tapes did through Disc Makers. Disc Makers back in the day. That's where we used to get the CDs and the tapes and all that from. The sleeves and all that. I did that. And like we just started passing, we started passing out. Then we actually picked up. We went down Atlanta. So my man Prime, Steve moved to Atlanta. He was going to Akron in college. So we would go up there and mess with him up there. And then it's crazy. Him, Prime, and what's your man? He played for Miami. Jason Taylor. They went to Akron together.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So
Jason
Prime, it's a funny story, man. Jason Taylor comes in and takes Prime's position at linebacker. Prime get mad. Prime punch him in his face. They get to fighting. That's how Prime get kicked off the team. So he ended up going to Morehouse in Atlanta. So that's when we start going down to Atlanta. But at the time we had the tapes and shit. So we going down there. We got the stickers. Remember, we had the stickers posted up.
Hell yeah.
Raw-N-Tellect.com stickers and all that. We had the tapes. Just was ambitious. You know what I'm saying? Picked up, went down there, and was doing it down there in Atlanta. And when we was down there, man, Jazzy Faye and them dudes wasn't even like big yet, but they was doing what we was doing. At the time, they was out in the street, just like passing out their CDs. So we used to always see them down on campus, on Clark Atlanta campus when we was down there, because that's where we hung out at, on campus. Like we down there, we got dime bags on campus, like kicking it, like we at the crib, book bags on and everything, like we go to school. But you know what I'm saying, we coming down there, everybody know us and everything. Even used to see Mace down there. Mace used to be down there. He used to go to the Run and Shoot because he went to Clark at that time.
Okay.
He went to Clark Atlanta. He was actually playing basketball for them. You know what I'm saying? He used to be on campus all the time, Range Rover and everything. But at the time, Prime had a Range Rover too. 4.6 at that time when they was new. You know what I'm saying? Like when Jay-Z say, what's the difference between a 4.0 and a 4.6? 30 to 40 grand.
Beat it.
Prime had that joint in, he had that joint in 95, 96. So we stunting down there, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we just, like I said, we running the Jazzy Faye, the East Siders. Them was our dudes. Sean and them, we used to see them dudes all the time. Like, we used to see them all the time in the mall. Like, yo, because they was doing the same thing we was doing. You know what I'm saying? Passing shit out and all that. Our tapes and CDs and all that. And then, we started doing a little couple shows down there. You know what I mean? We started linking up with dudes who had studios down there.
Now, at this time, is you rocking with Mo and Boom and Dre Storm, or this still with the Canton guys?
No, so now like the group didn't be revamped by this time.
Okay.
So this is like, cause Prime was on that first tape. So the group was revamped by this time. So it was now it's Dre and Boom and Mo, because like I didn't talk them into doing it. Like, y'all can do it. I'm telling you. Like, y'all can do it. Me and Mo, we used to be in my mom's in my room on the karaoke machine with the tissue and the tapes recording, bruh. We was recording off the karaoke machine, had one music playing over here and recording off the tape on the other with the toilet paper in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I got them to do it. Like, So it was even more better because these is my brothers. I love these. I mean, I end up got love for them for Juvie and Rich Nice, but Verb is my only dude out of that the beginning of the crew that still rock with us. Right. That's with us, And man, so when they came, it was different. So now we still working on other music, but we were still promoting the tape though down there, the Raw-N-Tellect with no anesthesia on it, and then like boom. So I don't know if you know the Game. You remember the Game? The joint, the Game. The song, the Game. Who got the best game?
Yeah.
Okay, so boom, that is the track. That's the song that I actually got was on the shelf that actually was in the store. So this is when we started moving from. When we dealt with Fourth and them. So that the first music that we was doing was with Fourth. So we was working with kind of like Slash Killer Army, you know what I mean? But we still had our own. We had our own group, Raw-N-Tellect. When, like I said, when I moved there, I started dealing with a whole different sound. Started dealing with a whole different group. Dude was making his own beats, and it was easier access. He didn't have restrictions, to do shit.
This is in Atlanta, or you talking about in Canton?
In Canton, my dude Rich Nice, but we didn't have no restrictions. So now we rocking. Now we doing what we want to do. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know. It's crazy how we end up meeting my dudes in Cincinnati, which was John's son. High-Tech, Talib and them. That's when they had the High-Tech, Talib, Kweli and them. Mood. So this is so boom. Man, I just can't remember right now how we end up linking up with them. But anyway, that's when we started linking up with them going to Cincinnati. Like they was like, yo, come to record. I think we met them in Columbus at a show or something. But they was like, yo, we your music. We'll start coming to Cincinnati. I got a label. The dude, John's son, I got a label. Like he like, yo, come up there, y'all can record for free. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we do a whole album together.
So how serious are you taking the music?
At that time?
Yeah.
100%. Everything in my body, in my soul was behind it.
But you still got one foot in the streets.
I'm all the way in the streets.
You're all the way in the streets. So
all the way in at that time. Like all the way in. It's like anything can happen at any given time. You know what I'm saying? So we linked up, we started going up to recording, and they loved us, you know what I'm saying? I ended up doing a single with the group that they already had, which is Mood. Dude, if you check him on Instagram, it's Dante the Great. Dante 8 the Great. He Mood. So they from Cincinnati. And I did that track with them. They put me out as the single. It was called Mission Control Records.
Okay.
So they put me out. So that's the one. I don't know if you ever seen the album cover that I got where I go in there with the cell phone and I'm leaning on the triple beam. I got the leather jacket on. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
But that was the first joint that we had in stores. And then the B-side, it was vinyl. The B-side was Saturday Night. The Saturday Mimo and Boom was on that track.
Right.
So yeah, so Saturday Night, that was the B-side. Those was in stores. And it's crazy because it was put out by Landspeed, which is a distribution company out of Boston. And at the time, Mobb Deep was on there, Cormega was on there. They was getting distributed by them, like Landspeed. It's crazy because we went to Boston one time. Like after we had put the album out, they didn't give us our money because we was actually getting sales and shit from the record. So they didn't give us our money. So we went to Landspeed, and like we actually in the spot, like, you know what I mean, like, dude, like where the money at? And they like, oh, we was gonna catch you the check. And they ended up cutting the check or whatever. It wasn't nothing big, but it was the fact that, yo, we were just a small independent company and we didn't sold y'all these amount of albums and we want our money. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was the joint right there that we actually had, like that actually like touch. It was like on the shelf. So I remember we went to New York one time and we went to Tower City Records. That's the huge record company. When you go to New York, any music going to Tower City.
Uh-huh.
And our joint was in Tower City. Like that was the point right there where I'm like, yo, I could do this shit for real. Like I got a joint. I'm coming to New York and I'm seeing my face and on the record right there on the shelf. You know what I mean? So that even made me work harder. But
because you seen your bet.
My bet started to look like it's about to hit.
It's about to hit.
I'm about to cash in on this joint for real.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to cash in on this because I done betted on myself, you know what I'm saying? And now it's paying off. We chilling with Talib Kweli. Like, we at his crib. You know what I'm saying? We like at Talib's crib, like kicking it with him.
And this is when the song was the blast. But the High-Tech and Kweli joint was going crazy.
High-Tech and I'm from the Natty.
The Natty? Yeah, that joint was going crazy.
Bet you didn't know I had flow though. Yeah. Yeah, that was popping at that time.
It's still hard.
And it's still hard. I saw my playlist
man.
now. It's on my playlist now. Him and Benny Siegel and them was on the same matter of fact, we seen all of them. We was actually on the set, bro, of Brown Sugar. And didn't know it until like afterwards.
Oh, the movie?
The movie Brown Sugar with old girl Shania Lathan and the man Tay Diggs.
Yeah.
The roof party. Remember they was on the roof? We was there, bro. It was crazy. And if you remember in the movie, Talib did an interview at the beginning of the movie. Talib, remember they interviewing people on the steps on the brownstones? So just go back and check it. But so we actually there. Like, and it's crazy. Didn't even know until like years later, like, yo, we was there. Man, we see Mobb Deep, like, walk right past us. Like, Queen Latifah was there, Siegel, all the right there, bro. It was crazy. Like, we went, because it was all on that same trip. When we went to Tower City and all that, you know, we was going to go solidify. Actually, we was going to some record label meetings.
Again, I'm a historian. I'm a hip-hop historian, but more specifically, I'm a Steubenville hip-hop historian. So my favorite song of all time, of anybody that ever released a song in Steubenville, is Raining Bullets.
Man, that was dope. Now that was...
Bro, that was crazy.
Now that's that era. Now that's what we started doing with Josh Son and them in the Cincinnati. That's the Cincinnati music. That's switched from the No Anesthesia. Now we dealing with a whole different producer, whole different sound, and all of that.
No, you could tell.
It then grew.
It's different.
It's different.
Yeah.
It matured from No Anesthesia. And you say No Anesthesia and all that was dope. Beef Up Security and all that was dope. But now it then grew to that.
This was different.
This was different. It got like, oh, they in it now. Like,
from the beginning, it's birds are singing.
Yeah. Hey, yo.
Oh, yeah.
I come in busting on that joint.
Then you just come in, bro.
Yeah. It was just the energy. Yeah. It was.
Bro, that
was dope.
joint, man. Till this day, and my homies know, my guys know, I ain't never heard a song. Like, people can spit. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that can spit. But can you make a song?
A song.
Like, that's a song.
That is a song.
Who produced that?
Josh Son.
Okay.
My dude Josh Son out of Cincinnati. Yep. Mission Control. Yep. Josh Son.
If y'all ain't hip, it's on Apple Music too, I think.
Yeah, it's on all of them. It's on all of them. It's on all the YouTube, Apple, Spotify. You can get like that album. You can get the Raw Deal album on there.
When you came on Raining Bullets, you was talking.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, that wasn't even your flow. Like, you was in your bag.
It was different. Yeah, it was different.
It was completely different.
Yeah, it was different. Yeah, it was different. I know that. You know, it's so crazy because that's how I am. Like on all, I just let the track dictate kind of what I'm gonna say and how I'm gonna flow. That's why I say I got a million different type of flows. I got a million different type of cadences and pitches, because that's what make a dope MC. You don't have to have the best lyrics. You don't have to have the best lyrics to be dope. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And you don't. And it don't just make you dope because you got the dopest lyrics. Because you might not be. You know, you just might not have that energy, that capture ability. You know what I'm saying? So on that track though, yeah, I was in my bag. I felt that one. It was just one of those songs you had to represent on, you know what I'm saying? It was just the energy coming out on that joint.
Yeah, the energy was crazy because it to me, it was a whole different you.
Yeah, it was.
Like, I'm not even thinking you like
that
this is a verse. I'm thinking you just, you know what I mean, you introducing the song. Like, you just talking that shit.
What I said, I forgot even what I said.
I tell you what you said word for word.
You get me started, I could,
Yeah.
Birds are singing.
I
if you see a whole bunch of cars parking and trees sparking, I bet you be like that's Dean Martin.
Yeah.
And them cats drink Reem Martin, and they gotta have your team farting. If you ain't got dough yet, you must not be playing the right parts then. I was just really talking though.
And we back like Sammy Davis in a rap pack.
And if the Deeks hit me, I just trying to get my gap back. I ain't trying to make no clap tracks. You know what I mean?
Plus I'm rocking that. Brand new platinum FUBU.
I'ma do me. So go ahead and do you. And we don't give a what the rest of y'all crews do. Yeah, that was that.
Big turn y'all's vegetables.
Yeah, that was that shit.
Back in the days, they wouldn't even let me in the casino, bro.
That's my shiesty ways from back in the days. But then you see how everybody got their own flow. You see how Verb murdered that at the end.
My favorite verse.
Oh my God.
You thought I sweat? Throw time in
my mouth like Tarkanian. I rocks that over my head like Israelians.
Big sharks busting out aquariums. You live offshore.
Lose a leg for what your hand called for. Be careful what you ask for. Throwing stones ain't the answer. There's no cure for me. And I wasn't born with cancer. Pretty stick you with the NASA Nelly's dancer.
Slide off with your nuggets, smoking Tampas. We fear factor.
Jumped in the rap game without bungee cords and chiropractors. Dimes massage the shoulders before the intellect enter the ring and knock your head up off your shoulders. The face a little older, the flow more youthful, still truthful. I ship units 29 million miles of useful.
Hungry as a sore loser.
Ooh, the opposite of a born loser. The Carlos Boozer. I play the big bottles of Remy and belch flame when the fire's up in me. Tires spinning, now y'all start to show envy. Woo!
Bro, we were smoking Tampa Nuggets. We didn't know nothing. So we was at Willing, and one of the stores didn't have what we smoked, so we bought some Tampa Nuggets. We thought we was pioneers.
Yeah.
And then we hear Verb like slide off with your nuggets, smoking Tampa.
Yeah,
we was like, all right, talk about the Tampa Nuggets.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's my joint, bro. That's Boom, Dre Storm, everybody go crazy.
Everybody go crazy on there.
They go crazy.
Everybody go crazy on there, bro. Everybody go crazy on there. Yeah, they did. Yeah, so that was that era, man. That era right there, like with the that's when we actually started doing shows. So now we getting into now. The dream is taking another. It's developing into something more. You see what I'm saying? It's developing now. Now I'm starting to even see it in more. So I'm like, oh, okay, boom. Now we dealing with these dudes where they paying for us to get photo shoots and shit like that. Now we got dealing with these dudes. They got us on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? We got us dealing with distribution companies and all that. So now I'm feeling like, oh, it's starting to come. So I remember the first time we did like an 8-city tour with them. We did Indianapolis, we did Cincinnati, we did a spot in Kentucky, we did like all them areas around there. We did Columbus. Like now that's our first time really like. Now I'm like, man. And I remember we was in Indianapolis, man. We did a show in Indianapolis. It's crazy, man. This group was there, and then so they had like it was like a show, like an expo where people was coming in doing shows and shit. That's when we started doing shows and shit started looking. Like, yo, man, shit is about to, really pop.
Behind you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kapspill.
We Kapspill is that's a staple word in Steubenville. But as far as I know, y'all coined that.
So like Kapspill, right? So me and Hound is the one who actually came up with Kapspill. And there's really no 33rd. We named the North End at 33rd.
Nope, I did not know this.
Only first time you ever hear 33rd is if you listen to the duplex. I say it, the 33rd district. So we started calling the third. That's what we started calling it because that's where we hung out on Sherman. So if you can go and look on the record. That's not the 33rd district.
Where that come from? Where 33rd district?
I just made it up.
Just like Kapspill.
Just made it up. Just made it up. Word. I mean, and that's crazy when you can do that and they go. The younger dudes rep 33rd. They probably don't even know where it even come from.
Who knew that? Who knew that? Don't get on here lying either. Like, no, bro, I didn't know that.
Yeah, word.
Who knew that?
That's on everything I love.
33rd district.
Yeah, bro. That duplex is when you ever first heard it. I just made it up. I made it up, like, because matter of fact, I used it because 33 was my bet. It was we all had codes when we had the pagers back in the day.
Right.
Me, Prime, all our numbers was 333 and 333. Like that's how we knew who we was. Like it's me on a pager. You know what I'm saying? So it was just the 33rd district, and so that's where it came from.
Just because that's where you was kicking.
That's where it was at.
And you was 33.
Yeah, 33. You know what I mean? So that's how it even came about.
That's why we got you on here, bro. That's why we got you on here.
That's crazy. A lot of people don't even know that.
I don't know that. I guarantee you, most people don't know that.
I know. And like far as Kapspill, me and Hound and Ken, we kicking it. I used to have a spot on Summit, and we lived right next door to Darnell Simon and shit on Summit. And we in there, we got the karaoke. We in there, we kicking it. You know what I'm saying? We rhyming on the thing. And like Hound was like, yo, this is Kapspill. Like I'm like, yeah, that's what we gonna do. This Kapspill. You know what I'm saying? And that's how Kapspill even came about. I even got the tattoo on me, man.
The Kapspill song hard too.
Oh yeah, Kapspill go hard.
I was just listening to Kapspill. Kapspill hard too.
It's crazy. My uncle got a remix of it where he did it like Frank Sinatra. You want to be a part of it.
Uncle who?
Uncle Hicko, one man. Kapspill. His is kind of different than mine.
Right.
His is like almost, he did it like how Sinatra did it on New York. He did it just like that. Yeah, that was dope, man.
So that's where Kapspill came from.
That's where Kapspill came from, yep. Yep, man, Hound on Summit, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm blown away from the 33.
Nobody never heard of Kapspill until after 93. You never heard of 33rd till after 93.
That's crazy.
Go back before 93. Go back before, you never heard of Kapspill. They was never calling Steubenville Kapspill. Before 93, they never was calling Steubenville Kapspill ever. It was never said. 93, you never heard of 33rd before 93.
Bro, and 30 years plus later, those two phrases or terms or names are so relevant to the city, bro.
Absolutely,
so
man.
relevant.
Absolutely,
From
bro.
generation to generation, Kapspill and 33rd
Absolutely,
District
bro.
is still super relevant in vocab. It's still a thing.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's a fact, bro. I mean, and I mean, something. I consider myself a trendsetter. You know, I've always been a leader. You know, I've always been a leader. I've always been somebody who just, if I want it, I'm gonna go get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go get it. You know, and I learned that you have to apply yourself. You can't just say you want to do something and you don't apply yourself to do it. It's not that simple. You got to put work in. See, everybody always see the goodness. They already see the glamour and the lights of people winning, but they don't see the work that you got to get there. They just think, this is easy. No, it's not easy, man.
It's the furthest thing from easy.
Yeah, it's not easy, man. Thing. You gotta build up your confidence. I mean, it's work.
It's work. That's all it is. You betting on yourself without putting the work in is a loser. It's
Absolutely.
a dud. That's a loser. Rip the ticket up.
So rip the ticket
up. If you betting on yourself and you ain't putting in the work, you know what I mean? Then you just get your money to the bookie, you know, for lack of a better term.
Absolutely.
That's important to mention because we keep saying bet on yourself.
Yeah.
All right, but then what? Bet on yourself and then what you gonna do? Bro, I can go nostalgia for hours.
I know.
But for the sake of time,
yeah,
I want to bring up one more memory and then I want to transition to other things. But you mentioned y'all was doing shows.
Okay.
That y'all was hot. Y'all was doing shows. Y'all opened up for BG.
Yeah.
I was there.
And you was there too?
Was I? So
I bought BG there though.
I remember.
I bought BG. I bought BG there. Yeah.
So y'all had, I don't know if you remember KGB. They was from Columbus.
I do remember them.
Some of them they ended up coming to Steubenville.
Doing some music out there.
Yeah, they was decent. It was in the strip, somewhere in the strip in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it was at the Metropole. It was at the Metropole.
There you go. Y'all had the joint catered.
Yeah,
you had the joint catered.
That was their rider. That was the writer that they had.
And then BG had his little brother,
his little brother, his
mom, and his brother had a homie. They was Sniper and Hard Kids. They was called Chopper City.
You remember them? Yeah, they was there. Yeah,
I was backstage rapping with them.
Oh, word!
Yeah,
that's dope.
I was backstage. I was freestyling. They kept making me write like spit again.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother story. But
damn, I ain't even know that part.
Yeah, bro. That's why I'm taking you there.
That's dope.
You had him in. It was a stretch excursion.
Yes, it was.
You had him in a stretch excursion.
Yes, it was, bro. Yes, it was.
BG was bugged out.
He was high
as a light bill.
He was high, bro. He was high. He was doped up. It was crazy.
He was saying he wanted McDonald's. You like, bro?
Man, I'm not buying.
I got it catered. What is you talking about?
I didn't got everything. I'm not buying.
You remember this?
Yes, I do remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm not buying you nothing.
Yeah.
Because first of all, they broke down, bro. They broke down outside of Cincinnati. So I don't know if you know Wiz from Caddis, Jay Johnson, older dude.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So he used to do a lot of my promotion work and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
So he like, man, they broke down, man. They broke down outside of Cincinnati. If I don't get them here, like the show can't go on. I'm like, what? Like, what you mean, man? They broke down. Now they was in a Winnebago or some shit, like, bro. So he like, man, we gotta go get them. So I'm like, how we gonna do that? So he like, man. So he like, we come up with, we gotta rent a stretch limo to go get them. So we rented the Lincoln Navigator stretch limo, that joint. And that's how we ended up getting them. So he rode all the way to Cincinnati, which, that's like a 3.5, 4 hour drive, bro. Mm-hmm. And he got back in time for the show. That was dope that he did that. So shout out to Jay, man. I appreciate you for doing that, bro. You always say I don't say nothing to you, but he did that shit. He made that shit happen. But this get there, bro. Hi, bro. I want McDonald's.
Yeah. Wow.
Bro, couldn't understand a word he was saying. It was unbelievable. So BG.
Yeah, I was with BG.
Okay, so BG come and get me. We upstairs in the VIP. BG like, Heckto, man, come down here. He is fried. I'm like, who? He like, BG. I'm like, quit playing. He like, man, he's fried, bro. He back in the back. He's shitting all over the. Cause I guess he didn't, you know, from that dope.
Yeah.
He's shitting and he needed. That's why he needed that McDonald's. He needed that McDonald's. He's shitting in the back. He like, bro, he ain't going. So I come out of the thing. I go down and so his manager and it was his mom and his uncle and them, the ones that you met too. So boom. So they like, man, he all right. He gonna be all right. He do this before the show. I'm like, listen, bro. Nah, like I got money on this. You know what I'm saying? I didn't put all my bread up for the club, for the promotion, the paying y'all to get it. I got money on. So they're like, no, he gonna be all right. He ended up coming out and performing.
Yeah.
But he was, you know, lip syncing and shit. But yeah, that was a wild ordeal right there.
Yeah,
bro.
y'all put on a way better show than he did.
Oh, absolutely, we did.
But yeah, that was again, bro. I was a fan.
Did you come to the Juvenile show when I threw the Juvenile show?
I wasn't at the Juvenile show. I was there. I was with BG. BG was one of the people that had connections to all the older homies in the streets. Yeah, we rode up there with our BG.
Okay, yeah. So you was at that show.
Bro, you had the Bud Ice. You had the Bud Ice in the back. You had the food in the back. Yeah, it was catered. Yeah,
they're writer. You know, they got a writer. Like when you do shows for people like that. So you got you know, that's what you hear. The writer, like they get certain food. Like they wanted like an ounce of weed. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We had an ounce of weed for him. He just wanted all fish. He didn't want no pork. They didn't eat no pork or nothing like that. So yeah, that's the type of shit that you do. So now that's escalating, you know. So this is where everything derails at.
Because it's 2002.
2002.
This is July or June, July 2002.
Yeah.
So fast forward.
Yeah.
August 2022 across the way.
Right.
That's our concert.
That's right. And I came to because y'all was gonna be on my next show. You remember that? Yeah. Now we right there. Y'all was gonna be on our show.
We was opening up for you on the next show.
And guess who I had? I had at that show, remember he had that song, Whoa Now, what the old man said, party like it's your birthday. It used to be on the radio all the time. He's from Baltimore.
It was a cowboy something. Bro, I remember having the conversation with you. Damn, I can't remember dude's name. But yeah,
that's who I brought.
Yeah.
I was bringing to the Metropole. I had like secured a relationship with the owner of the Metropole. He was my dude. He was giving me the club for dirt cheap, you know what I'm saying? And long as he get his liquor, he was straight. You know what I mean? So I had that set up. And then, you know,
bro, you heard me rap and you told BG, you like, yo, he nice, y'all nice. I want y'all to open up for me.
That's what I said. I said I want to see y'all perform.
You did.
And then that was that show.
The show was crazy.
It was crazy, man.
The show was crazy.
That was the moment in my life where just everything like this changed. But you know, at the time I was thinking like this is the worst thing ever like that could happen to me. You know, because you know, I'm a good guy. You know what I'm saying? I never was out looking for like trouble. You know what I'm saying? I was a good guy. So, you know, when, you know, I put myself in that situation, I did. Because I had all intentions on like, yo, I'm not taking no shorts. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when you a ticking time bomb, because that's, I mean, what I was still at that time, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what happens, you know, and I end up, one bad decision can ruin your whole life, bro.
Thank you.
One bad decision. My bad decision was coming to that spot. And it's crazy that the connection here is that I was coming to see y'all so I can support y'all, so y'all can so y'all can be on my next show.
That was the
I
whole
already had the
thing.
show booked and everything.
That was the whole thing, bro.
That was the whole purpose.
I'm telling my moms that
she was there.
Yes, she was.
She was
you
there.
remember, my mom was there.
I know.
I'm telling my moms that we about to be opening. Bro, you say one bad decision, you know, and can change everything. The course of their whole course of life. I didn't want to be a rapper. Like, I was pressured by my guys. I can rap, but I didn't want to be a rapper.
Right.
Once I felt that, and once y'all was my idol. So if you tell me that we opening up for Raw-N-Tellect, like, and the crowd was feeling me, like, I was ready to take it serious.
He's ready to go.
I was ready to take it serious. You ended up going away. Then BG ended up going away. The next month.
Right after that,
everything changed. Everything changed.
So you know, so crazy. When you look back, hindsight is 20/20. When you look back, I already knew because I was always conscious. I was always like aware, like, man, any given moment, something can happen. So, and I used to always ask the guys, like, so if I get locked up, what y'all gonna do? Because I was doing everything. ain't a shot at my guys. It's just the truth. So I had everything. I had all my chips in. I believe in this. So if anything ever happened to me, what's going to happen? You know, let's continue the group. Well, it didn't continue. You know, I mean, and I'm not bitter about it. I'm not mad about it. It was me. It was me. It was me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one who. It was my dream. You know what I'm saying? It was. I squandered my dream. I ain't gonna really say squandered, but I stopped it. It could have came to fruition a long time ago. Take that, what happened, and I use it as a learning experience. Like I could have went to prison and just became a better criminal. You know what I'm saying? I could have went to prison and just cried about what was me and this and that. But no, I didn't. I went back to school. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have my GED or nothing at that time. You know what I'm saying? So I went and got my GED. You know what I'm saying? I went to college. Once I got locked up, college was coming into the prison. I got associates from West Virginia Tech, and I'm like 60 credit hours away from getting my bachelor's. So I went to school the whole time. Like I went to school, I was always reading, always better and trying to, better myself. I ain't intoxicated no more. I ain't high no more. It's just me.
You mentioned before we started rolling that you was a spiritual person.
Yeah.
And you view, your basically your time incarcerated as a blessing.
It was. Those times slowed me down. Like now I'm sat down. I'm sat down. I can't move freely. Like, so I'm a person that ain't gonna waste my time. So now I'm sitting there and I'm reading. I'm taking classes. Talking to people who think like me, who's ambitious, who spiritual, who, is good-hearted people, good people.
So it's iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, man. And so, man, I'm telling you, man, I learned that I had a lot of resentments. And I didn't even realize it. You numb the pain, like, going throughout life, you numb the pain. You getting high, you drinking, you smoke, you doing everything. You got all type of girls. You doing everything but thinking about the real issue that's making you act out and be like this. And it's crazy because you don't think about that when you're in the street. So now you there, but I'm a person who thinks. I'm a person who's conscious. Everybody ain't like that. When I sit alone by myself, I'm thinking like, why did that happen? Damn, if I'm looking for signs. I'm looking for answers. And then the answer came. Said, I'm the ever-living flame. That's what my Uncle Hicko say. And when the light expire, this world will be set afire. So then the answer came. You know what I'm saying? And then, and man, that's when I learned more and more about God. More and more about the God within me. And how you can activate. You can just be you're so powerful. We're so powerful as people that you don't even know it. Like, it's crazy, but you got to believe it. That's the whole thing. You got to believe it. You got to believe, like, I can do whatever I say I'm going to do. Whatever I put my mind to, I can truly do it. Like, anything. Like, I'm driving the trucks now. Like, I'm driving I never thought. They say, have you ever thought about driving a truck? No. Until I thought about it.
You put your mind to it.
Until I thought about it.
The theme that we try to promote, and it's the theme that we're actually living is, it ain't by accident.
No,
it's
accident.
The work we put in, and it's manifesting the thoughts, and then is putting the legwork in.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's,
man.
It's not an accident. It's deserved.
Not an accident.
Yeah.
All this is not an accident, bro. All this is y'all put your mind to it, and you did it, and you seen all of this. You seen it all, or wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, and that's anything in life. You've seen it. So me being locked up, I'm like, man, I lost a lot of years. Mm-hmm. I'm young. I'm art now. I'm getting older. Like, who wants to be running around rapping and in my 40s and right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I could if I wanted to. And people say, oh, it's never give up on your. I'm not. It's not about giving up on my dreams. It's just like, now I'm a person. I'm looking for gratification, like right now. Like, I'm looking for something that's solid. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can put my hands on and I can mold and I can start making money off of it now. I'm 50 years old now, you know what I'm saying? Like I need to be able to do that, you know what I'm saying? So I got into the houses, the real estate, you know what I'm saying? So like it's crazy, man. Talking to my dude, he's like, yo, man, you ever think about getting houses? I'm like, nah. He like, man, he makes money off the houses. Yeah, like how much these houses be costing? You know, I'm thinking houses costing $1 million to get a house. And some of them do. But you starting at a lower level. The first house I had was the house on Hill Avenue. Sally lived in. That's my house. I owned that house. Me and my Uncle Rab. And it's crazy.
Yeah.
So that was the very first house I had. And, you know, I was locked up. And I was eating off of that house. You know what I'm saying? That's how I survived. Like, nobody had to never send me money or nothing. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that was the beginning. And I saw what it could do. Like, man, I don't never have to. I'm straight. I'm not spending $500 a month in prison. Like, and my books is just stacking up. And I eat. And I'm just eating. I'm 240 pounds now. Because I'm laying back eating. I'm living good.
Literally getting fat.
Getting fat. Getting fat. They say, man, you never come to the y'all. It's muddy belly right here. You know what I'm saying? I eat. You know what I'm saying? But that showed me right there, like, yo, I'm going to grow this. Now I done switch gears now. Now I done switch lanes. I done changed my mind now. I'm doing this now. So then, boom, get out, boom. I say, damn, man. I say, now I done set in my mind before. You know, a lot of people talk it, but don't do it. They say before you get out of penitentiary, you better have a plan or plan to fail, right? Have a plan or plan to fail. When you get out of the penitentiary, you better already have the plan devised before you get out. Don't, I'm freestyling when you get out. That's how you go back. This time I said, yo, I got a plan. I'm going to get 3 houses. I'm going to get 3 houses. I don't know how I'm going to get them, but I'm getting 3 houses my first year out. Then I'm going to do that every year. Well, no, I said 2. And then I ended up getting 3 my first year. And I got them through the tax auction. I went to the tax auction, did that. And I forget how I was turned on to that, but man, it came out. And it's crazy. When I get out, and then Brandon get out, Brandon Crawford, he get out, and he had this barbershop at the time. And I ain't seen Brandon like over 20-something years. Cause he was locked up, then I was locked. So I ain't seen him in 20-something years. And me and Brandon was like this. Like when Buck was alive and Boo was out and all that. Like, we was all, you know what I'm saying? We all hung, because they had a house down by Testes across the street in the alley right
South
there.
Street, yeah.
Right there on South Street.
Yeah.
That's where we was hanging out. A mess in there. We was a mess in there. We was a mess in there. Oh, my God, we was a mess. But, you know, I ain't seen him since then. And he cut my hair, and we talking. Then he started talking something that I know I read before. And it was the Robert Kiyosaki books. He was saying something. I'm like, man, what you know? And then we end up going to the auction together, and then from there, like, so Brandon got like 20-something houses.
Dude, shout out to BC,
yeah,
for sure.
Shout out
man.
to Crawford Construction. That's my bro. You know, man, I'm always promoting you, bro. And got the wellness center, the foodness center, over there on McDowell and Sunset. Go over there to support, bro. Yeah, man, bro. So we went to the auction together, and I think I got like 2 houses. I got 3 houses. That's the first 3. Well, after the house that I had on Hill Avenue, I ended up selling that to my uncle. And then from that, what he sold me, I went and bought 2 houses with the money that he sold me with that. So it was just doubling up. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the game. I treated it like the game.
What's the difference, bro?
It was no different.
It's the grind.
That's what you're gonna do? All right, and I took that money and went and bought 2 houses.
It's all the grind.
Bought 2 houses, bro.
It's all the same grind.
Different
product.
Different product.
It's the same grind, same verbiage. Everything's
different
the same.
Product,
bro.
same grind. And
If
I
you
tell
a
people
hustler,
that
you a
all the
hustler.
time.
Flat out.
I tell people that I just changed lanes. I use the same concept. I use the same mind frame that I used in the street, and I didn't switch lanes. I switched lanes, bro. And now, like, I'm eating off of the houses now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm really eating off of these houses. Like, I'm dealing with Section 8. Get your house. You get your houses. You go through Section 8 when you get your houses, man. You buy houses, get them fixed up, go through Section 8. They're going to give you top dollar. Bro, they giving me like I'm eating off of these houses, man.
But you bet on yourself again.
I bet on myself. Put my own. Listen, they ain't giving me no money. They ain't giving me no bank. I ain't getting no loans from the bank. And I've been trying. And I done built my credit up and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't get no loans from the bank. So guess what? What I'm going to do? Stop? I got a good job that can pay for that now. And I ain't in the streets. That's the dopest part about it. Because before I was in the streets, you taking these chances. Man, you're going to derail yourself again eventually.
Right.
But now I don't have to do that. That's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And man, I've been plugging, man. Plugging, man.
Bro, and speaking of blessings, for real, your first situation, a lot of people don't come home.
Yeah, you're right.
From that situation. Actually, most people don't come home.
You're right.
From situations such as. So for you to take advantage, you know, because it's designed to send you back.
Absolutely.
That's the design.
Absolutely.
And you went through it.
Absolutely.
You know, you mentioned it. You was kicking yourself or whatever. We'll get into that. But
yeah.
I just want to mention, I tell Kakin all the time how proud I am of him.
Man.
I tell him all the time. He, you know, that's my big brother.
Yeah, man, my bro, man.
The closest thing I ever had to one. And I tell Speed all the time. Well, I don't tell him all the time, but I'm proud of him because Speed kicked in doors that when you come home, them doors is dead bolted and they locked 3 times over.
Yes, they are.
And it's not meant for y'all to walk through.
It's not meant for you, no.
So when I see that, I gotta shout that out, man, because that's persistence and that's, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Not settling and falling victim to that vicious cycle.
Yeah, man, falling victim to you know, it was this. I was in this program when I was locked up, and it was like a therapeutic. It was like a behavioral / drug program. And they say, define or be defined. Somebody gonna tell you who you are, or you gonna tell them who you are. I mean, it's just that simple. You're nothing but a drug dealing, murderous, thief, black, whatever. You're nothing. If you accept that, then that's just who you are. That's your choice. I'm not accepting that. I'm who I say I am. I'm the creator of who I am. You write your own story.
Write your own story.
You write your own story. I don't care. There's no accidents. Nothing just happens by happenstance. No, it doesn't, man. Good or bad. See, people like to take credit for the good. Oh, did you see what I did? But soon as something don't go right, look what they did to me. It's everybody else's fault.
That victim mentality.
You didn't play no part in that, huh?
Right.
Now, you know, give or take, there's parts that people do play, you know, but you still put yourself in the equation. You didn't never have to be in the equation.
Being able to own up to what you did wrong and have self-accountability
is huge, man.
Yeah, and it's a skill it's not mastered by many, man.
It's not.
But when you do,
you'll soar.
You'll
soar, man.
That's a fact.
And I tell people that all the time. You have to be brutally honest with yourself. That's the only way you're going to grow. You got to say, nah, man. Quit fooling yourself. Stop. And you can have these talks by yourself.
So what would you say to, I mean, you know, you in the city, to the young man that just came home, wondering how he going to feed his baby, having those thoughts of indulging in the same activity that sent him away before? Like, what would be your advice to him?
Bro, if you don't have a plan before you even got home, like, I'm just gonna give you some of the things that I know. Like you could go get your CDLs. I know when you used to be in the streets, it's kind of like taboo for you to get a job, taboo to work. You thinking like it's not cool. But that's such a lie, bro. That's a lie, bro. Like, I was fooled by that lie. I'm not working for nobody. Yeah, I ain't working for nobody for no reason. I got a plan behind my plan. I'm working for somebody, working for myself. I took that mentality from the streets too to where I'm doing now. I'm not just working for these people. Oh, you're going to get moved up to manager. I don't want to be a manager unless it's paying me more. And then I'm not going to be here long because I got my own.
It's means to an end.
It's means to this end here. I mean, everybody don't think like that. Some people is cool with just having a job, working for 50 years for the same company and getting promoted up. Not me. My thing is I'm my own leader. I'm my own boss. I mean, that's how I've always been. And it's just transitioning over now. You know, these houses, eventually, I'm going to be able to walk away if I don't have to work. And then I'm going to have my own, I started my trucking company, Dirty Harry's Hauling. You know, I'm gonna be doing the car hauling, and I'm gonna be also doing like any type of freight. Like if you need stuff hauled, that's gonna be coming here within this summer, like around May, June too. So yeah, I started that in my dad's name. You know what I'm saying? Dirty Harry's Hauling. So because you know, want me to get my CDLs. So eventually, that's what I'm doing now, working for these people, fixing my houses up, get my truck, get my trailer.
It's a plan.
And now I can walk away. Now I'm working for myself.
But that's big dog mentality,
right?
Right. You know, that's that mentality that I'm the big dog. I'll work my way up. I'm still the big dog in my head. I'll work for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll do what you need me to do.
Yeah.
So I can do what I know I can do. So I can soar, like you said. Yeah.
Humbling yourself. That's humbling yourself.
That's all it is.
And it's making a sacrifice. That's humbling. That's the true definition when you humbling yourself. Because you know, I've never did this before. I'm not this time. But guess what? I have to humble myself. I have to humble myself and do what I have to do to get where I want to go. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. Like, once I was able to transition from the streets to that, now everything is like, I've never been in the streets without ever selling dope in my life. Like, and this has been the longest. And I'm proud of myself. I ain't gonna even front, like, because I never wanted to do that. It was a means of survival. You know, some people sell dope for, you want to be recognized and you want to be cool, and them was the ones that fail all the time. You just want to be in the streets, and you don't have to be in the streets.
Jay-Z said, we ain't doing crime for the sake of doing crime. We moving dimes because we ain't doing fine. Like,
ooh, that's dope.
Those 4 bars right there
that's dope.
is an introduction into a hustler's mind. Like,
Absolutely.
bro, I'm not out here selling dope because I'm just out here selling dope.
Yeah.
I'm moving dimes because I ain't doing good. I ain't doing fine. Like,
I have to.
I have to.
This is a means to survival here.
Right.
My own situation, you know, I had 2 parents that was getting high. You know what I'm saying? And I lived with one. I lived with my dad. My mom lived in Detroit. You know, I grew up in Detroit too before I came here. Mm-hmm. That kind of, Detroit is what really shaped my whole mentality. Growing up in Detroit is what shaped my whole mentality, because I was exposed to a whole different world before I came here. So I didn't come here until I was in like the 5th grade.
Okay.
Now I was born here. But I left when I was 2 years old. So I stayed in Detroit from the time I was 2 to I was 11 years old. First school I went to school in Steubenville was Wells. So, and I never played sports or nothing until then, because it was concrete. It was no sports. It's concrete and broken bottles, bruh. Like, I'm talking about, you got to walk out the house every day. Like, I'm fighting every day. Like, dude trying to take my bike. Dude's name was Jerome. I never forget it. He lived across the street. His mom and dad was dope fiends, bruh. Bro, every time I came out my house, I had to fight this dude. Like, he's really, like, literally trying to take my bike. I'm like, dude, are you crazy? Like, we fighting every time. It did not seem to fail. From that, like, that's what made me know this is a cold world. You know what I'm saying? I was young. That kind of opened my eyes up early. Like, the first dope fiends I saw was heroin addicts. You know, you got to think, crack didn't hit till like 85, 86. So when I'm living in Michigan, it was heroin. And I lived in like a zombie land. I lived off of Collinwood and Woodward. And bro, like, this is when I first saw real life, like, oh my God, this is crazy. But I lived right in the heart of it. You know what I'm saying? And that shaped me. That shaped me right there, like, to where, like, I'm telling you, I'm walking down the street, coming from school, dude just ride by on his bike, bust me in my face with a lock, bust my whole nose open, bro. Like, different, like, for no reason. Like, oh, come on, blood. My mom like, then tomorrow, you don't come back here whooping his ass, I'm whooping yours. And I had to go back and fight this dude. This dude was big too. I had to go back and fight this dude. Matter of fact, me and my dude named Javon, we ended up jumping the dude. Dude's name was Randall. I never forget it. These are things that I'll never forget in my life. Like, it shaped you. Like, I'm just getting busted in my face, like, for no reason. Like, just walking down the street, you go into the store, dude trying to, like, take your bike, like, taking your money, like, you going to the store. It was these one dudes, like, we lived in because I don't know, Callie and Mika, they used to live in Detroit with us too. So we used to have to go to the store for my mom and my auntie, my Aunt Fox. These dudes, they had to be 13, 14 years old. We was 8, 9, bro. They was beating us up, taking our money. Like, so we come back crying, like, who did that? These big dudes, we don't know who it was.
I'm glad you brought up Callie and Mika. and your mom, and you know what your mom fought through.
Yeah.
Because another one of your songs, this is Since You've Been Home.
Yeah.
Forgive me, I don't know the name of your song, but once I start saying it, you don't know what I'm talking about. But you talk about your mom, a Black Queen.
Oh, with the doobie rap?
Yes.
Yeah. No, that was on the first Raw-N-Tellect album.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That was never in the story, I believe.
Okay.
That was never in the story.
So you was on Facebook and you was just spitting it.
Spitting it, yeah.
I just heard you like rapping it, but shit was hard.
Yeah, thanks, man. That's one of them heartfelt ones right there, though. That song right there. You know, I was crazy. I was talking to B. I was talking to Brandon like about a week ago or something. And you know, cause Brandon always be like, he'd let me know when he listened to one of my songs. He'd send it to me, vice versa. He'd be like, "This what I'm rocking today, bro." He'd send me one of the songs, and I was like, you know what, B? I'm not even nowhere near the best I could be, like, cause I don't put enough time into it. Even when I was doing it, I really wasn't putting enough time into it, cause I still had my foot in the street. I'm operating in with this dough. I'm doing this. I never really put enough time. I really never put the time into it.
So my humble opinion, you better now than what you was then. Like when I listen to you, bro, you know, I follow you. So I've been listening to you since I was 12. I'm 42 now, so that's 30 years. Which is crazy, right?
That's crazy.
Put it in perspective. But from then to now, every time I hear you, you get better.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I mean,
like lyrically, which is crazy.
It is though, for real. Cause you know what? I can agree with you too. Like, because I'm just being my own critic, I'm like, yeah, because now, but I'm also at a transition, like when you're an artist, I'm at a transition, like I've been at a standstill like for a while.
Right.
Kind of like before my dad, like right around when my dad died. I've been at a standstill. So I kind of like stopped all creativity. Like every once in a while, I'll play with something in my mind because I haven't written a rhyme 30 years probably. I didn't write. You know how people always say I don't write. No, I really didn't write for real. I really didn't. Like I tell you, like I never wrote. I would do all my shit like in my head, and I still do that now. Like now, I'll do it, and then I'll just you know what I'm saying. I'll do it on my phone. I record like what I got and just leave it. But I just ain't really been ever in like a real creative like flow moment. I ain't had
since
that
you lost your pups.
Yeah, because me and Verb, and it's crazy because me and Verb just did that last album that we did, the one I was telling you about, Crooks and Jewelers.
Right.
That's the album, Crooks and Jewelers. Go check that out too. Dope, man. Crooks and Jewelers is dope, man. 12 tracks. Me and Verb, Raw-N-Tellect, man. Got some real. So that's the one. Like that's. But then I also had this period. This is a lot of tracks I got too that you probably ain't heard of. And I was been thinking about putting them out on my own joint on the donuts on the bakery because I've been promoting the bakery forever. The bakery just never came out. I never took the shit out the oven yet. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, bro, the bakery is like Dre's like the Chronic 2 or whatever that was whatever, I forget. Dre had an album that was supposed to come out for like 20 years.
Yeah, he never did.
No, it never came out.
Yeah, it's crazy because I be writing, thinking sometimes like, man, when is it? Because I got some. I was in a creative flow at that time. Like the songs that I did and I did all them songs with like Furcat. I did all them songs. Shout out to Fur too. Them beats is dope. I did True Love, 1,000. A couple of them I do got on Spotify, you know, but I got the whole meat of the album. I got Hoff on a couple of tracks. Me and Hoff got this joint. Man, we got 2 tracks together. Me and Hoff do on my joint on the bakery. But it's just in my vault, man. I just got it sitting there. I'm just, you know, I look at it like this, man. To me, it's just the love. It's for the love of the music, you know, at this point in life, you know, because. Like I said, I'm doing my houses. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting my truck company. So my energy and time is other places. But in my mind, I'm thinking like this. Once I get those established, then I can sit back and be comfortable.
So let me say this on the Legacy Lounge. You know, with you being one of my idols as far as hip hop. Save Me 16, man.
Huh?
Save me 16.
Oh, I got you.
Save me.
I got you.
Save me 16,
I
man.
got you.
It'll be an honor.
Listen.
It'll be an honor and a pleasure.
No question.
Save me 16,
no question.
man.
You on there.
And I'm going to bless it for sure.
For sure, I got you, bro.
Like, that's something I always wanted to do.
I got you.
You know,
like,
and, life stopped that from happening.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's make that happen.
Oh, for sure. Matter of fact, I'm going to start sending you some beats, too.
So, y'all gotta hold me accountable. I know Speed gonna hold me accountable. Y'all gotta hold me accountable. But all I need is the motivation. Give me the beats. And then,
I got you.
But yeah, stay tuned for that, man. Stay tuned for that.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, it's something that gotta be done, man.
That's gonna be dope.
That's something that gotta be done. And we've been flowing.
We've been flowing, huh?
We've been flowing like no breaks. This is smooth.
It's just crazy, man, because it's a hell of a story, man. Like you said, we could go on for hours and hours. But my main thing I would want people to know about me, man, is that despite what the narrative may be, I'm going to tell you who I am. Like, again, define or be defined. I'm a good guy. I'm a good-hearted guy, despite anything that ever happened. I'm the type of person that believe, like, all the things that I've done, that maybe hurt somebody, it was, like, genuinely, like, out of ignorance. Like, just genuinely out of ignorance. Once I realized that I'm not a person who gloats on, like, hurting somebody or making somebody feel it's short or inadequate, or you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm not. My thing is this. I tell my kids, what they ain't kids no more, but I tell them, like, yo, man, your life is never over. You can always recreate. You can always rewrite your story, man. We are the authors of your life. God gave it to you. You're the author of your story. If you let somebody write it, they'll write it for you. If you let them. Give them the pen. Let them just push you to and fro. I mean, you can do that.
Control the narrative.
You control your own narrative,
Facts.
man. You have to be stern. You have to be decisive. You got to know what you want to do.
You got to stand on business. Ain't that what they say now? You got to stand on business. Yeah, that's what it is.
You have to, man. Yeah. You got to. You got to say what you're going to do and do it. You can't be scattered all over the place. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do is our people, we do that a lot. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but then you're doing this and you're doing that, and you don't have no focus on what you're doing, and nothing gets done.
Talking to death.
Nothing gets done. You got all these different ideas, but nothing ever gets done. You're just talking. Be realistic with yourself.
Yeah, it's like you in my head, bro. You mentioned, I was going to go to this, writing your own story, but, every day you wake up is a chance to right or wrong or be better, but you reinvented yourself.
I did.
Because people might think of you a certain way.
Of course.
Because of things that happened in the past or people you might have hurt and things of that nature. But now you get to tell your own story. You're still alive. You're free.
Yes.
You can tell your story.
Yes.
You can get your point across of who you really are.
Yeah.
But now you can display it. Because I said a lips say anything.
Right.
But your actions speak volumes.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do, man. Yes, they do, man. Like you say, you talk a good game. But you ain't showing me nothing. Like, and that's why I say I just rather just be and show it. Like, you see it. Like, I don't have to even tell you. Like, man, you see it. Like, man, he doing, you watching, so he doing something right. He happy. If you a person that look for people to have, I look for people to be winning, man. That inspires me when I see other people winning. I don't like to see the demise of people. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to see people like losing, bruh. Like, seeing people. Like, people like I don't see how people think that's funny or amusing to me. That's never been amusing to me. Like, that's hater. That's real hater shit. I don't even I never use the word hater, but it is. It's just like, so how do you get any pride at seeing somebody fall?
They said the happiest people are the people that help others, or the people that want to see others win. Like, those are the happiest people.
Yeah. You're right, man.
Because, misery loves company and all of that. And if you laughing at somebody's downfall or preying on their downfall, you're miserable.
You're miserable.
And that's all it is.
And you want somebody to be miserable with you.
Misery loves company.
Yeah.
It's not. People think of it as like one of them phrases like your mom or your dad would say, like.
No, but it's the truth.
It holds weight. Hell yeah.
It's crazy. I say, like, later on in life, you actually start to see the things that they was telling us.
It all comes in. You just hopefully you see it. Before it's too late.
Before it's too late, yeah.
But it all materializes, bro. It definitely does.
It does. You see it. I'm telling you, I got a lesson today that I didn't realize until I didn't realize. And I learned this lesson in prison. It's crazy. I was telling my girl. The lesson came finally to me today, driving. And it was about the chain of command. So when I was locked up, it's like when I was in this program, you couldn't, like, if you wanted to request something, you had to go through a chain of command. Like Speed is the supervisor over you, but I got to go through you to get to him. But I skip over you because I want the shit done right now, and you face a penalty for that. And so I realized it today. Like I was like, damn, my one boss, he don't even answer the phone for me no more because I didn't gave all my bosses the business. Like they know, like they respect it though, but they be like, I ain't trying to talk to LaVille because he liable to flip on me. So my one boss he quit answering my calls. So the one boss that I was beefing with all the time, like now he my dude now, like cause he answered my calls. And me and him talk all the time. But it just showed me like the chain of command. I just looked at it. I mean, that's just how my mind thinks. I looked at that today like, damn, that was full, because now I understand now why we had to go through that. You know, they was trying to get us, because they made it like a community within they made it a community that was like, when you get in the real world, this is what you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to go through a chain of command. You can't just get mad and come in the bank and say, I want to talk to the boss, and they tell you, no, you got to talk to me, and then you want to flip, and then you end up going to jail. So that was the whole, you know what I'm saying? So patience, gotta have patience, but you gotta be persistent. Don't let patience rock you to sleep neither. Don't be so patient to where you get lazy and you just, you know what I'm saying? You get off your square. But it definitely takes patience, because it takes time for something to develop and to grow. But you always got to have that fire burning. And you always got to be doing the things behind the scene. Watering your flower that you're growing. You got to be watering it some type of way. Like how y'all do. Like behind the scene. I'm editing. I'm buying different equipment. That's gonna make my show better. That's watering the flower. You know what I'm saying? So anything that you do in life, like, man, I done went out and bought all kind of tools for my houses and stuff that I don't even know how to use, but they useful.
This is perfect timing. I mentioned we talked in August, and you know, here it is, it's January, and we just sitting down. But what you giving me is what I needed, like present day moment. Our conversation wouldn't have hit the same, I'll be honest, in August. Yeah. It wouldn't have. You know, it's everything is perfect timing. It all aligns. It all aligns together. Like this conversation is what I needed. Present day. It's literally what I needed. I told you I needed to get back in this element, back to the essence. Yeah. But I needed this conversation with you. Man. Like this is dope, bro. I really appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it
too, bro. I appreciate it too, man. Because like I say, I'm a fan of the show. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching. I be listening. And like I said, man, y'all some very articulate guys. You know what I mean? Y'all smart. Y'all. It ain't this ain't no BS. That's what I really respect about the show, and I see the work that y'all put into it. So it's an honor for me to come on here. You know what I'm saying? I definitely wanted to come. I've been watching, like, I want to get on there. You know what I mean? So I could, just give a little bit of my story. I mean, like I say, I could talk.
Yeah, and you can come back for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the honor is ours, bro. I'm a fan, like a big fan, a huge fan, and you might have known, but I don't think you knew to what degree. Nah. And to a point, my story is tied to your story.
Yeah.
Because like you said, bro, we this close to I'm opening up for you. I know, man. I see where y'all was going, and if y'all go there,
we was going. Bro.
We right with y'all.
I know we was going, bro. I swear we was there, man. But everything happens for a reason, man. I don't look at it and be like, oh man. I mean, it would have been nice, but.
This is nice though.
This is nice though. Where I'm at right now, I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I'm blessed for where I'm at right now, man, in life. It's crazy. I was telling somebody that I said, they like, man, somebody who never heard my music, right? And they was listening to my music. They was like, you do music? Like that's dope. Like, yo, no, and you ain't just no, look, you dope for real. Like you should be out. This is what they saying. And they would happen. And so I ended up getting locked up. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't stay out of prison once I got. And so I'm like, time passed. And they're like, man, you should still. I'm like, man, right now, I'm sleepy at 9:30. If I got a show at 10, I'm not making it. I'm not making it.
That's life, bro.
It's just life. I'm cool on that right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool on that right now.
Yeah, bro, we could we could rap for hours.
I know.
I'm trying to get King on here.
Oh, he gonna when he see the what's the name of mine, he gonna be on your line.
Yeah, maybe this is what it takes.
He gonna be on your line.
You know how King is.
Yeah, I know how he is. He do me like he's crazy.
Yeah, he's so
That's
busy.
my brother. He's so like when he love you hard, and you're not supposed to say no or nothing to him.
No, what you mean?
Bro, did you listen to that song I sent you the other day? This is what he just texted me like 2 days ago. Did you listen to that song I sent you the other day? Bro, I didn't get a chance to. Oh, come on, bro. See, that's what I'm saying. But then I sent him a song. Bro, did you listen to that song I sent you? Oh, not yet. I said, now see, the same shit, you know what I'm saying? The same shit you doing.
Because what you mean you ain't listen to it? Like, I ain't just going to send you no garbage. Because, like, you know what I mean? What you mean you ain't listen to it? Like, if I send you to, you know what I mean? I want you to listen to it.
That's how he did me. And he sent me the Conway song. It was Conway and Ransom. That's, I guess, the song where they having to heat the devil and Conway. Yo, it's dope though. But man, that's my bro.
But man. Yeah, man, we got to get since we started. Everybody, if you know King, you know he got a story to tell. So hopefully, I know having you on here and us talking about him is going to get him on there.
He was my mentor, man. Like he was, like far as to be in the street. He the one who steered me straight. He steered me straight, like, because I'd have been a reckless abandon. You know, like how my homeboys were spanking them. It was crazy. I wasn't like that. You know, they just always say spanking hecking them. But I really wasn't like that. Like, I was the guy who was always saying, stop. Quit doing that. Why you doing that to people? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was never that guy. But I would laugh. I had a sick sense of humor. You know what I mean? But King was like the one who told me, like, bro, stop treating people that. Like, quit being like that. And like, he the one who meant you're never going to be able to get any money if you got people afraid of you, if you're doing it. And so I started taking heed to that. And he taught me, man. And he knows that today. He's one of my strong mentors, my big brother. He must be my big brother.
Same. I don't throw the big brother label out there.
Me neither.
Yeah, at all. Yeah, I don't.
But he's my big brother.
Same. Big cousin, big brother.
That's
closest thing I ever had.
That's
like,
my big bro.
He was our idol. I
don't big too many people about nothing, but that's my big bro. Like, yeah.
Paraphrasing and controlling the narrative, but writing your own story, and letting people, don't let other people write your story. The name of the show, the name of what we're building is the Legacy Lounge, but the key word is legacy. And I always say you in control of your own legacy. You don't let nobody write the story as it relates to your legacy. No matter what you do, no matter what you went through, you wake up, them 10 toes hit the ground, you got a chance to right your wrongs, you got a chance to add a chapter to your book, whether it be good or bad. You know what I mean? So that's it, man. It ain't no secret sauce. The blueprint is right in front of you for a lot of things, but you control your narrative. You write your story, you write your book. And people can fill in and add footnotes, but they can't be the author of your story, man. So, again, bro, I appreciate you. I'm proud of you. And,
I'm proud of you too, bro.
I appreciate that. And, I admire everything you do. I admire you turning your life around. And hopefully people can gain something. So there's some substance from it.
I hope so, too, man. I hope I could be, I hope I could be an example, to people, who come from the same type of cloth that I was cut from, man. Like, I just hope that I could be an example, man. Like, it's never, you don't have to stay, you can always recreate yourself, man. You can, whatever you put your mind to, bro, think of something good, man. Think of something good. Like this, like, don't put yourself in danger. Don't put yourself in harm's way. Like, it's not, I know it might seem like it's the easiest way. It's always easy to get in trouble. It's always easy to get in trouble, It's hard getting out of it. That's the thing. So
gangster is turning your life around.
Absolutely, bro.
Gangster is going against the grain. A gangster is being comfortable in your own skin.
Absolutely.
And don't let nobody tell you no different than that.
That's dope right there. Because gangster is being comfortable in your own skin.
That's
bro.
Gangster.
That's gangster as fuck right there, bro. Like, where I don't care, like, what you think, like, about me for real. I mean, the right people gonna think, well, I'm gonna get the right crowd that I'm looking for. It don't have to be you. Don't have to be.
Everything ain't for everybody.
Everything ain't for everybody.
Facts.
But you're not going to deter me from doing what I want to do.
Nope. There's a lot of OGs who send the young homies on crash out missions.
I know, dude, I know.
But OG gonna give you the game like bro giving the game. A OG gonna tell you it's gangster to be yourself and to go to school, and to graduate and to go to college. That's what an OG gonna tell you to prevent you from making the same mistakes he made.
Absolutely.
Like if your OG ain't doing that, or if you an OG and you ain't doing that, you lame. And find some new OGs, man. Straight up.
Facts.
But yeah, we back, baby. Legacy Lounge, man. Season 2, man. We in the building.